Let's take another call. Mike, thanks for joining us tonight on The Big Story. You got a question for the Sarge.
Well, I just want to tell the Sarge about I was at a wrestling match, gosh, it had to be 19 or 20 years ago, when he was wrestling the Iranian Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a buddy of mine there, and I just bought a home, and he's a real estate agent. I said, anywhere you want to go. We're going to go out and take you out to dinner. He said, I want to go see Sergeant Slaughter and the Iranian Iron Man. So we went down to see you. It was a wonderful performance, and shortly after it started, he had a heart attack.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and it was sitting right next to me, and I think maybe you might have inspired that just a little bit because you were so courageous.
I'm sorry that happened.
Taking on the Iranian. Well, he survived.
Oh, good.
And but we walked out, but it was a pretty interesting evening.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people got really involved in that, and the Iron Sheik, who was really from Iran, was the bad guy, and I was the bad guy. And one night he was putting down America with his manager, Classy Freddie Blassie, and
there's a name from the past.
Yeah, I just told the producer Kevin Dunn to play the Marine Corps hymn, and without anybody knowing it, I went out and challenged him to a match for the United States of America because of all that had happened in Iran, and we never really got any payback from Ayatollah's recklessness,
all impromptu,
and all the murders that happened to the Marines over at the embassy and the hostage situation. So it was kind of actually I met President Nixon one time on an airplane, and he told me that he was watching that particular program, and when I stood up to do the Pledge of Allegiance and challenge the Iron Sheik to a match, he stood up and did the Pledge of Allegiance with me with his whole cabinet. So it was a unique situation.
Oh, very, very, very fond memories.
Yes.
Hey, how about another call?
Yes.
Derek in Dearborn, thanks for joining us tonight on The Big Story. You got a question for the Sarge?
Yeah, hey man, huge fan. Just wanted to know if you saw any up-and-coming wrestlers or anyone now that's already established that's going to make any kind of impact like you did when you were up-and-coming in your time. And two, when are you going to get back in the ring? I'll hang up and listen to your answer. Thanks.
Okay. Well, yes, we've had some new wrestlers coming in, and one of them was Kurt Angle, the Olympic champion. I started taking him down the road to success, and just something happened to him. I'm not sure, and he's not with us anymore. But he was up and coming star, and hopefully he'll be back in the WWE when he wakes up and realizes what he's done wrong. And one of our newest discoveries is Kenny Dykstra, who I wrestled when he was 15 years old.
You wrestled a 15-year-old?
Yeah. I didn't know it at the time. He was wrestling under a mask, and he was going as some type of a terrorist, and I was wrestling him. And after the match, I sent word over that I'd like to talk to him, and he came over, and I said, you should really think about going into professional wrestling for a career. And he goes, I want to, but I can't right now. And I said, why not? And he said, well, I'm still in school. And I said, college? He goes, no, high school. And he said, my mom won't let me wrestle till I'm 18 years old.
I've got to be home by 8 o'clock.
Yeah. So that was those are a couple names that I can think of. Also, Bobby Lashley is.
Now he's coming up in WrestleMania 23, right?
Right. He's the ECW champion right now, and he is Donald Trump's pick to go against Umaga, Mr. McMahon's pick at the WrestleMania match, hair versus hair. And Bobby's got a ways to go, but he's really come along in a hurry, and I'm actually going to put a call into Donald Trump and see if I can help in any way of helping train Bobby Lashley to help him to beat Umaga, because I'd love to see Vince McMahon get his hair cut and shaved.
You came to the right place, because there have to be just hundreds of wrestling fans right in the radio station. We have one now that we have to record the question a little earlier. This is Lloyd from the WJR newsroom, who has a big question for the Sarge.
Okay.
Hello, Sergeant Slaughter. This is WJR's Lloyd Jackson, host of The Big Story, and I'm so sorry I couldn't be there with you in studio tonight, but I'm glad that you're here. And, I remember back during the first Gulf War when you were an Iraqi sympathizer and you teamed up with Colonel Adnan to take on the All-American Hulk Hogan. Those were some great matches. But with the political sensitivity of this current war, not just political, but also with the American people, Is Vince McMahon willing to start up a new feud that parallels what's happening in Iraq right now, or are issues with Afghanistan or North Korea, or are all those storylines off the table?
Yes, I believe they're off the table. We tried something not too long ago with a Iraqi gentleman who actually was born in the United States, but still was being kind of, as he said, abused because he was from Iraqi background, but it didn't play so well, and he wasn't the right guy for the part. So right now, I don't think we're going to do anything like that. Stay away from it.
Well, it's coming up. It's going to be here right around the corner, and tickets are still available. And just off the top of your head, the website where people can log on and start making their purchases?
Well, the www.ticketmaster.com is one place you can always find out about tickets for any of the events that are happening that week, from the THQ Superstar Challenge to the Hall of Fame induction and to the main event, the WrestleMania 23. All grown up now, we call it. And
all grown up. And tickets are also available beginning tomorrow at the Gem Theater box office, all Michigan area Ticketmaster locations. Charge by phone 248-645-6666 in Detroit, 519-792-2222 in Windsor. And, of course, you can order online at www.ticketmaster.com.
Right. And I'm the reason I'm here is to let people know is not to wait. When that 10 o'clock comes on Saturday for the Hall of Fame and March 1st for the Superstar Challenge, and of course when they announce more tickets being let go to be sold for WrestleMania, please don't hesitate. Grab them, because they won't be there long.
Because they're going to go fast.
They are going to go fast.
It was a delight having you on the program tonight.
Good to be here.
Great to have you. Hope you'll stop back again. Sergeant Slaughter, yes, who's out promoting WrestleMania 23 at Ford Field on April the 1st. It's going fast. It's going to be big.
Yes.
23 countries around the world, and Detroit will be center stage again.
Well, just remember, if you are a little slow at it and you don't get your tickets, pay-per-view.
3 count and you're out.
Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view.